So for the knee slice, what we're going to do now is we're going to tie in some submission exposure when our partner defends by maintaining their spine alignment versus a knee slide pass, right? So when I'm here and I have Gavin starting to flatten, when I'm starting to flatten Gavin out with the face crank, oftentimes what happens is in order for him to stop the face crank, he has to totally look into the choke, look into the collar grip so that he can maintain alignment. So look how much harder it is for me to get the face crank now when he's totally turned like this. But when he turns like this, he's giving me the choke. So what I'm gonna do to finish the Cantu choke here is very simple. Notice how when I'm in the knee slide base also, I'm always using the side of my foot. I'm never out like this because here I don't have pressure. We'll call this the side foot. So when I'm here, I'm putting pressure and I feel like he's maintaining spine alignment. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my forehead directly over his hip liner, his belt. If you try to put your head in any other position and step over your partner's head, you could hurt your knee, or your knee is going to feel very uncomfortable. So a way that you can feel comfortable in this position, not hurting your knee, is opening your knee towards your partner's hip, like so. I'm tapping his hip bone with my knee, and then I'm going to put my forehead here on the mat. So not even my forehead, but more like the top of my head, or my hairline. So when I'm here, right, he's looking into the choke, right, looking a little bit more. To stop the pass, look what I can do. I can step my left leg over his head, like so, using my calf in the back, and I'm gonna bend my left wrist and squeeze my heel and my butt and get the choke. Now, if you were to defend the choke by putting his head on the floor, look what he's giving me. He's giving me the face crank, right? So he has to give me one of the two. I'm creating that dilemma. I go for that. I feel like he's putting his head to the floor. Okay, I go face crank, and I pass to option number one. Or I try to get spine misalignment. He turns into the choke. It turns into the grip. Look how I can't flatten him to the floor. But very easily, when I feel his tension, I'll even play around with it here. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, you want to turn? I want to try to turn you more, making him commit. And when he goes over commits, now I put my head to the floor, and I step over his head, I squeeze, and I'll get even a deeper choke when I make him over commit to that option. But like I said, look where my head is. My head is directly over his hip. If you try to put your head in any other spot, I'm telling you right now, your knee's going to feel uncomfortable and it's going to feel like you're not doing the position right. So if you do the position, you feel your knee, that means something's off. So like I said, my goal is to flatten him out. When he turns into it, if my head goes down, I step and I squeeze and I finish. If he flattens himself out to defend the choke, I'll face crank, I'll cut my knee through. I'll go for the pass. So now let's do this one. Take a couple angles. Through here.